Yo, yo, yo. How's everyone doing today? I'm going to take a look at FSR. Heard a lot of talk about it, so I figured I would go check it out myself. And just some quick trend lines I threw in here. I decided to buy today around 16.50, and I have some more buy orders, and I'll show you those numbers and why pretty soon. Let me just fix this trend line since I just kind of rushed it. This looks a little better here. It's attached to the wick there. So as you see, we're breaking out of this massive pattern. I don't know anything about this stock. I don't even know what the hell it does, but I don't really research things. I just honestly just look at the chart and figure out where the hell it's going. So as you see, we got this nice breakout. This is where we kind of topped out in the past. So it kind of makes sense that we topped out here, which is why I was like, oh, I see where we're at. I'm just going to, put some low buy orders in, and let's see if I can grab this thing. So, my buy orders are there for a specific reason, and I picked these targets for a reason, and I'll show you exactly why and where. But, the old all-time high there was 21.61. It looks like a massive W here. I'm going to throw some of my funky tools on here. Let's take a look at what's going on. So as you see on the daily here, we had this nice green TD9 flash. So if you were in on that candle, that was a great pump there. And we do have a daily golden cross that's coming in. So that's going to be a great move. Now we're a little high on the RSI, but honestly, we're really not anything to be alarming about right there because, we can come way up here in the 95 area. So I'm going to put this trend line here just to remind myself if we do manage to get up in that area that's going to be a correction point most likely. This was kind of our resistance here on the RSI, and we obviously broke through it. So, so far there's no signs of us coming way down to test that. But, this was our that was our resistance and our support area. So the bottom one, obviously the support. So I'm going to draw that there for the hell of it in case it ends up being something that's necessary later on. So as you see on the 4-hour, we're about to get a golden cross. So even with that little bit of a correction we had today, we could get this golden cross and it could push us up. Now, there's only one alarming thing here, and seeing that this is on such a strong uptrend right now, it might not even be something to worry about, but I'm going to give you targets in both directions anyway. So now this could be some type of like bull flag, but it also could be like a rising channel as well. So we want to look at both scenarios. Now, seeing that we're going to get a golden cross in on this 4-hour, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a green day on it tomorrow. And, we did come down to the 16 something. I was hoping to get some buy orders around the 15.55 if we came down to possibly test the bottom of this. But I also had some buy orders set at the 14.75 area because that would have been a beautiful time to retest. So if we take a quick measured move of this as a rising channel, and if tomorrow's a red candle and we start breaking down from there, 15.18 is kind of that rising channel breakdown. Now, if we break up from tomorrow's candle, which, I'm going to move this to where it was closed today, and then the next candle over would be where we open. And if we get a pump tomorrow, 19.30, anywhere between 18.21 and 19.30. Now, 18.21 is just that other resistance point that we just got stopped at before, which could create some kind of double top or something. But, we don't know that yet. So those are our two points to look out for. Now, if you look on the smaller time frames here on the 1 hour, we have some kind of consolidating going on here. So we have that big spinning top wick in the middle where the price action goes above and below, and it touches both points of the support and the resistance. So, this was kind of confirming that we were in stuck in between some type of pattern. So if this is going to be a bull flag, or a bull pennant, I can't call it a flag because it has that triangle point to it. So it'd be some type of pennant. Just for the hell of it, let's take a look at it. What's the breakout? It's up there, so I can't even see it on the 1 hour. So on the 4 hour, 2037. So you have 3 targets here to the upside. And we have 3 targets to the downside. The 1475, the 1555, and the 1518 to the downside, and then the 2037, 1933, and 1821 are the 3 upsides and the 3 downsides. So let's just take a fib retracement and see if anything makes sense here, or if there's any support areas to look for. So on the 4 hour fib retracement here, as you can see, we started consolidating a little around the 0.786 down below where we had some red candles. Then we blasted up right to the 0.382, came back down, retested the 0.5 there. And now once we got support on the 0.382, we blasted up and we touched the golden pocket area, 1817. And we got rejected a little bit. And we came back down today and we tested. I don't think we got 1595. We got down to 1630, but pretty close. So we're kind of hanging out in this territory here that's, very strong support and resistance between these 2 lines. Now, if we can break above this 1817, we're going to have some blue skies ahead up to at least the old all-time high area, which makes sense why that target would be 21 something. I believe the old all-time high, I forget now, was around that 21. So if we look on this hourly RSI, this is the consolidation that we're in right here. So you can see that we're on the bottom right now, testing the bottom of that RSI. And we did get a little bounce on it. Now on the MACD, we are crossing negative. That did push us down today, that MACD at the bottom. And then, we could look at this whole section here is that rising channel, which that would be the channel there. So we could come up and test this top peak at 1817. That might even be at 21 at that point. And or we could break down and come down and retest this rising channel bottom. So, there's a couple different things. The only thing that I was seeing on the 1 hour is that negative cross. But if we look at the 4 hour MACD, we don't have anything. It's not rolling over or anything. We don't have any bearish divergence or anything like that. Let's see the daily MACD for the hell of it. So we just crossed that. Oh, that's the weekly. Oh, we just crossed. Okay. So that worked out perfectly at the time of the breakout. So that's not going anywhere anytime soon. Now, of course, things can still correct in between with this thing crossing, but, those little corrections aren't even a bad thing. Keeps the RSI in normal territory. If you just blast off, you go too high on the RSI, you have to correct pretty far. I did want to see this thing come down and retest this pattern. So I am kind of hoping for that, and I'm going to keep my buy orders there. But I took a little nibble on it around 1630, I believe. I ended up switching my buy order when I saw we bounced. So, there's a couple different potentials of scenarios here that we could get this 1 hour MACD starting to roll up as buyers are coming in tomorrow. And along with that golden cross on the 4 hour could push us up. Or we could fail out of this little consolidation on the 1 hour, and we could drop down and test that 1595 area. But you can see on the 1 hour, we did have some bearish divergence, which, it looks like we got some red candles due to it. But I don't think it was enough to scare anyone in seeing that. A lot of people are pumped about this thing. They're starting to buy the hell out of it. We're probably not going to see too crazy of dips for a little while. We're going to have a nice breakout. One thing I didn't do in this video was test the overall breakout of this whole pattern. But, on the 1 hour, it kind of looks like a shoulder on the left and a head forming. So we got to watch that, which would be in confluence with the rising channel. So, that could be something. But, this is just speculating right now, and I'm just keeping my eyes open and peeled because I always like to look at both scenarios. I don't like to just be straight bullish. I like to protect my money by seeing all scenarios. So on the 1 hour, we have support there at the 1657, which kind of makes sense where we kind of got support today on our drop, right between there. And then on the 4 hour, we have support way down. And we have our support at our trend line, which is going to be pretty powerful support there. at the 1475. So I wouldn't freak out if you see it come there at some point. It could just be a retest of this channel. So I mean, there's not too much more I have to get into on this thing. I'd like to see it break out of this 1817. That's going to be huge right there. So we got to see what happens tomorrow. But once we get that golden cross, that should push us up for sure. So yeah, if you guys are enjoying this channel, feel free to like it, subscribe to me, turn your bell notifications on so you can get your, you can get notified when I'm posting new videos. And, that's pretty much all I got for you today. All right, guys. Peace.